The centaur replied that the opponent, called on the muzzle, chooses the finish point. Therefore, the guy raised his hand and pointed to the tree at the top, suggested moving along that route through the entire settlement, and received an affirmative answer. Sharon at that moment stood aside and did not understand what the young man was doing. Then she remembered his smile and his request that before gathering all the candidates in one place, it was necessary to prepare the ground. This would become a catalyst for their victory. She still did not understand what was happening. Meanwhile, the centaur looked up and said that the climb would be too great for him. Lloyd covered his face with his hand and said that in principle, if you think about it, then this is right, he can choose someone else. Then he looked him straight in the eye and said that there was one problem. According to tradition, you can't change the rules in the middle of a duel. The centaur agreed with him, although he was unhappy. And finally they fired a slingshot and announced the start of the competition. The guys immediately jumped up. The main character was on his hamster. Everyone around supported their fellow tribesmen, although the guys were walking nose to nose. A narrow road awaited him ahead, and whoever got there first would most likely win. And then the centaur saw how the hamster overtook him. Suddenly something terrible happens. The rivals collide with each other and fly apart in different directions. And the young man also flew off the hamster to the side. As luck would have it, he was thrown right into the injured child. The boy saw this and understood that there was nowhere to run. A second later, the main character's body landed down. Everyone around tensed up, began to discuss that they had a draw because both were eliminated. Xavier was surprised at this point and thought that his master had tried to change something by winning the race, but lost. How so? Meanwhile, the rest of the villagers were trying to bring the baby to his senses and asking what was going on, that he needed to come to his senses. The main character was lying unconscious on the ground. Night had fallen. The boy was still shaking and couldn't even hold a spoon properly. His mother looked at him with tears in her eyes and said that he had been in this state since the morning. Then she hugged the baby and asked what the traditions were like when their child was suffering. Her husband immediately interrupted her, ordering her not to talk